Hey there, folks. So, it's been a while since I've done any sort of video, and there's a good reason for that. I am stupidly busy lately. I've been, working at Hackmatack Playhouse. Hackmatack. Here in Berwick, Maine. It's on a bison farm, and you probably can't see them, but that's where they live, over my shoulder, over yonder. Let's take a tour, shall we? Short one, but you'll get to see some cool stuff. That is a Hackmatack tree. Yes, it is a type of tree, and there's a whole story about it. I'll get to that. The story behind the Hackmatack tree is that the Guptill family who owns the Hackmatack Playhouse, they were trying to decide on a name for the theater 45 years ago. And so they decided on Hackmatack because of the Hackmatack tree, which is a deciduous conifer which has cones and pine needles, and it loses the needles in the fall, but it comes back to life in the summer, just like the Hackmatack Playhouse does. We are about to enter the dressing room here at the theater. I'm currently doing laundry, and there's lots of fans going because it's hot, and we're in a barn. Through these curtains is the theater. Our journey awaits us. You can't see it right now, but there is a secret message in the seats. Yeah, that's how we do it here at Hackmatack. And up there's the booth. This is the ladder that takes us into heaven. So, like I said, we are in a barn, and the booth, or as I call it, the loft here, has one corner of it that is less supported than the rest of it, but there's a joist, so I won't die. So I just climbed up from down there, and now I'm up here in the booth where every night I get to operate this spotlight, the alt spot. This is the view I get every night up here in the loft, doing spotlight. Those seats are usually filled with people, but there's no show today. And that's part of the set you can see. And yeah, this is my handy dandy partner in crime that lets me illuminate faces. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my milking stool. Alright folks, let's get down to it. The nitty-gritty of this video. I want to inspire people because not enough people can see their own beauty. And because we crave beauty in this world, unfortunately, we then rely upon those people to define our own worth. But if you can see yourself as beautiful, that's where true happiness begins. And I'm here to tell you, you are beautiful. Each and every one of you. No matter what you've faced, what you've gone through, what you've had to put up with, deal with on a daily basis, at home, with friends, you're beautiful. Alright, so hey there. The last video I made was kind of a downer. Yeah, I'm aware of it. Relationships are tricky. People are complicated and dumb, and things happen. Life goes on. And yes, there's a deer above my head. I think it's important to show everybody kindness. No matter whether or not they've been cruel to you. If you can show them any ounce of kindness, that shows the world that God's power is real, and we don't have to fight. Because the war has already been won, and we don't need to fight each other. Another important thing that I've learned recently is that someone else's beauty and someone else's self-confidence does not take away from yours. Remember, you are truly beautiful in everything that you do, every day of your life. You are your own beautiful you. And if more people could remember that about themselves, this would be a happier place to live. I truly believe that. Okay. I guess there's time for some more. I have learned so much over the past few years, and I feel like I've learned more in the past few months than I have in my entire life. I've experienced heartbreak and tragedy, and I am still okay. And I don't want to stand by, a helpless bystander, while so many people around the world don't see their own beauty and aren't confident and are scared and sad and alone. I want to bring people together. I want to inspire confidence. I want to inspire girls to look at themselves in the mirror and know that they are beautiful and not define themselves by the standards that, modern media and Disney have put into their heads. People need to know that they are beautiful. Not just girls. Everyone. Everyone needs to know that they are beautiful. You are all beautiful. I hope I can inspire you. You never know the impact that you're going to have on someone that you meet and interact with in your life. You never know the impact that that has. The ripple effect that that causes in their life and everyone's life that they encounter. So if you can make that ripple a positive instead of a negative, what could go wrong? All right. Story time. I've been holding on to this story for a long time, and it's really important to me. It's an important moment in my life. 2 years ago, a friend of mine, a friend of many others, Jake, passed away. It was a really hard time for a lot of people, and there was a poetry reading that night, and I went because I wanted to honor him. And I wanted to be there for his family. And so I went and I read my poem, and my friends and I, we were gonna go get ice cream, and I took a second and I said to myself, go back in there, pay your respects to his family. And I went in there and I told his mom and his dad and his brother and his brother's girlfriend that I was sorry for their loss. And his brother's girlfriend looked at me and she goes, do I know you from somewhere? You look a lot like a model I've seen. And I go, no, I'm not a model. And she told me, never forget how beautiful you are. She made me promise her to never forget that. Unfortunately, I have forgotten a couple times over the past 2 years, but I'm remembering now, and I'm sharing this with others so that they can remember their own beauty as well. My friend Emma, who I had known since elementary school,
from softball and from school itself. She passed away a little bit over a year ago, and I think about her every single day. Why do I think about her every single day? She inspired beauty and confidence in everyone she met. Everyone who ever spoke to her knew that they were beautiful because she told them. She greeted people by saying, "Hello, beautiful. How are you today?" And that is an amazing thing, and that is what I'm trying to do in my own life. I'm trying to tell people that they are beautiful because that is very important for people to hear. Because people don't hear that nowadays. I don't know if they ever did, but I certainly didn't. She passed away. And so many people showed up. And I walked in there. I had just driven down from school, so I was a little tired. I was wearing the shirt that I had worn to work that day. And so I wasn't showered or, feeling great. And I walked in there upset and, grieving like you do. And her mom goes up to me and says she thought the world of you. If I thought she was so amazing, and she thought I was amazing, why would I ever doubt myself? Jeez. Oh my gosh. Crying in another video. But this one's a happy one, so you're beautiful even when you cry. Especially out of happiness. I miss Emma every day of my life. I try to inspire people the way that she inspired people. She was a very positive light. And I miss her very much. Another great person that passed away back in January was my grandmother. She was an amazing person. She was strong, she was confident, and she was beautiful. I like to remember her like that because near the end she wasn't doing great towards the end, but she still held on to those ideals. She held on to the ideal that you're at somebody's house, you're at somebody's house at a gathering, you help them clean up the food and, the dishes, and she held on to that. Part of her eulogy that sticks with me every day. And it made me realize that, part of her lives in me because I always try to provide food for people. And part of her eulogy was that, if you were having a bad day, she was like, you need a cookie. And she would have cookies there at the ready, Always prepared, always giving, always loving, always beautiful. And oh yes, the best part, the bathrooms. This is where I've been working for the past 2 months, and I will continue work for the next month and a half. It's been a great summer here so far, and I only see it getting better. I think think my laundry's done, so I'm gonna go. Peace out.
Hey, you want one more? You sure? All right. Oh yeah, dance along. That's what we like to see. Don't be afraid. Went to out in Louisiana, goes to New Orleans. Went back up in the woods among the evergreens. The story around cabin made of earth wood. But that the country boy, his name was Johnny B. Good. He never ever learned to read or write so well, but he can play the guitar just like a ring in a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, go, go. 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 Who's that man? That's Johnny B. Good. He used to carry his guitar in a gun in his sack. He would sit beneath the tree beside the railroad track. Engineers would see him sitting in the shade, strumming to the rhythm in the drive beat. The people passing by would stop and say, good Lord, how the little country boy can play. Go, 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 Johnny, go, go, go. 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 Who's that man? That's Johnny B. Good. His mama told him someday you're gonna be a man, and you will be the leader of a rockabilly band. Many people coming from miles around, just singing the guitar till the sun goes down. Maybe someday they'll see your name in lights, say Johnny, but you won't hear it now. Go, 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 Johnny, go, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. Sing it. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. Who's that man? That's Johnny B. Good.
Hey there, so thanks for watching, and I've just been having a great summer, and I've learned a lot, I've grown so much, and I've been able to work with some really amazingly talented people that I hope to work with again in the future. But for now, and now that you've seen the true dork that I really am, come see a show at Hackmatack. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have 2 shows left this summer, Steel Magnolias and The Fantastics. It's going to be great. Hope to see you there.
I got so hot and sweaty, I'm steaming. Steamed vegetables, healthy, nutritious. Me.
Buddy Holly story. The day the music died. This is why we do what we do. To create moments that move people and remind them. A bird almost just flew in here. That was crazy.